provisions, promises, and plans of God. What are God's provisions? God's provisions are those ways that he makes for us, those things that he fixed in order for us to be successful, in order for us to have a promising future, those things in our past that he makes right, those trials and tribulations that we previously went through, that he recycles and uses for our good. Romans 8:1. The promises of God. What are his promises? To give us hope and a future. To not harm us, but to give us hope and an expected end. That is only one of his promises. His promises are the covenants that he keeps with us. The covenants that we keep afloat when we love him, obey him, when we turn away from our sin, when we repent from our sin. Those promises are already there, just waiting for us to walk into them. The door is there waiting for us to walk through it. God's promises are unfailing. His promises are what they are, promises. Something that we have access to through our faith in them, through our professing of them, through our proclaiming of them. These are God's promises and his plans. His promises are also his plans, right? God is a God of preparedness. God is a God of strategy. And the reason that we obey him, the reason why we follow his lighted paths, the reason why we walk in uprightness is this. Because God has a strategy that we don't understand. God has things prepared for us that only he knows how to get us to. We cannot do anything in our own power and our own strength. We are nothing without God. I am nothing. Coming into my relationship with Jesus, I had a very intimate encounter. And in this encounter, I knew that I was trying to do things within myself, and I became tired and weary and weak and lost and desperate and stressed, and I got to the end of my rope. I was at the end of the road, and I gave Jesus my hands. Here, God, here, Jesus, take my hands because I don't need them. I'm tired of trying to do things on my own. I'm tired of trying to make this thing work. I'm tired of trying to reach this false idea of success. God is where our help comes from. God is where our confidence is. Father, our confidence is in you. Our courage comes from you. For you did not give us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. What is a sound mind? A mind that is filled with peace, with his thoughts, with his promises, with his plans, with his provisions for our life. Don't live this life becoming weak and tired and weary, trying to do things on your own. Trust in God's provisions, his promises, and his plans for your life.